What's good, YouTube? Man, it's been what? 3 weeks? 3 weeks. Update. Basically, got through my first term of classes. It was math, and I can't remember the name, but it was an introduction of school, basically college that I'm at. The math class, it went really well. I hadn't had any issues, maybe a couple tests here and there where I didn't actually go through the book and brush up on the formulas. But outside of that, it was pretty easy. Breezed through it. No issues. And then the introduction class, basically for my school, that was very informal. I've been to 3 different colleges before this. Don't judge me. Didn't think I wanted to do it. And they never gave us a class on how to navigate everything you need to navigate in school. Meaning, going through the library, the online library, learning how to find articles, stuff that's documented, real data for research papers. Maybe I didn't stay in school long enough to even get to that point, but they teaching us this the first class. Resources for school, like obviously if you fail, where do you go? If you're trying to appeal something, what do you do? If you're trying to join something, what do you do? If you need a job, if you need daycare services, if you need therapy, we learned that in this class. Now I'm sure, I'm 1,000% positive that each other college that I went to, we would go over that in orientation, which we did, but we didn't have no class on it. It's like you go to orientation, you hear all this info, and you hold on to what you think you might use, and forget everything else. Even if it's useful to you, you might forget it because you sat in that orientation for a whole day, and then you left, and then you don't even hear certain things ever again. Now with this class, you basically had to say if we needed to find different resources for whatever it is. We have to research it, find it, send a screenshot. First they would teach us how to do it, and then they would ask questions, and that's how you did basically your quizzes and tests and all that stuff. It's a very, very simple class, very, very basic, but it's very important. So I respect that, especially it reminded me of the military, basically how I forgot what movie it is, but the guy always says, explain it to me like I'm a 2-year-old. So they broke it all the way down. So most of this stuff I'll never forget. I'll know how to do it the whole time I'm here, basically forever. Next, in my introduction to computer information and security class, and I'm in an English class. I swear I've taken English in every college I've been to, and it's irritating every time. Not really a fan of English writing classes, but you gotta do it. So this class, I think it's a really, really basic introduction into writing. Excuse me. So shouldn't be hard. As long as I keep up with my work, I should have no issues. Teacher is cool, laid back, goes through everything we need to know. We already got a paper rough draft that's due next week at the end of the week. We only gonna add 2 papers, but it's breaking down how to write, structure, and all that stuff, which I've been doing this all my life, so it should be pretty simple. The intro to CIS, Computer Information and Security, Computer and Information Security is, so far it's going to be an introduction into computers, operating systems, the components of a computer, operating systems meaning Microsoft, Windows, Mac OS, and then you're gonna go further with Linux, Java. We're gonna learn about mobile devices, not just phones. So this should be fun. This should be very enlightening. I think I had a computer applications class when I was in Texas, and we went over some of this stuff. It just wasn't as in depth, and a lot of the stuff we kind of just brushed past it because it wasn't necessarily important, because it was mostly making sure we knew how to use Word, Excel, OneNote, and there's another one, I'm not sure, which was very helpful, but some of that stuff I feel like I'll never use. But it did go over operating systems, computers, and everything you needed to know about a computer. But I think this is going to be way more in depth. I got A's in both them classes too, if anybody trying to say anything crazy. Outside of that, just being a dad, making sure my son get to school and all that stuff. I'm just excited, man. I've been doing research on certain jobs. I looked at Nike for security cloud engineer. They make over 100K. So I'm thinking early, 2 years early, because this is a 2.5-year program. I'm looking at the field to get a grasp on what route I should take, because my degree program, it offers cybersecurity, cloud security, cyber forensics or digital forensics. I could be a web developer. So there's so many routes. Cloud computing, I don't know if I said that, maybe said that. So there's so many different routes I can go. So I'm just trying to figure out my niche. That way I can be more driven, or more have better direction in the route that I'm going, rather than just taking all these classes and still don't know. So I'm trying to line myself up with that, and as I get closer to it, then I can start taking some certifications. I want to do like an entry-level job right now, to be honest, so I can be in the field already, getting the experience, getting them years in. Even though years ago I didn't know, but your time in college counts as experience. You can put that on your resume. That's training, that's hours, that's damn near making you an expert at certain things, especially if it's a certain topic that you doing over and over, such as think about the nurses. That counts. It's not in the field, but those training hours, that counts. Anything that you do, those training hours count. So who would have thought? But that's me not being educated and not even knowing. So I want to, probably the top of the year, I want to get into an entry-level IT help desk, something. That's what I'm shooting for. So I got to work on getting some certifications by then. I would say after this class, that's when I'm going to start on studying for apps. I'm in certs and go from there. And y'all will see where I'm at. I'm going to document it. Sorry it took me so long to come back. I just wanted to have something to talk about and really go from there. I've been even on TikTok, YouTube. I even downloaded I'm on Skillshare. I'm on that website learning how to do coding right now. I need a desktop or a better laptop in order to do it. Actually, I need something with more memory. That's what I've been coming across. So I'm thinking about getting like a gaming type console, something with a lot of RAM, a lot of gigs, at least maybe 12 or more. That way I can be able to work on my stuff at home and not have to be at the school all the time. Because I got a Chromebook, and I got to step my game up and get in the big leagues with the big boys. That Chromebook ain't gonna hold up. It's not gonna hold up. Also, I just been following a lot of people just to see which route to go. So yeah, they tell you a lot, but because I'm not familiar with the terms, especially the job titles, I can't really say if they're giving me a roadmap or not, but I think they are. So really what I do, I just go on Indeed or LinkedIn, or I Google data analytics jobs or cloud engineer jobs, software development jobs, cybersecurity, senior cyber security analyst, senior security cloud computing analyst. There's so many different names and so many different, and it's even jobs that are not even there, that need to be made up, if that makes sense. Since it's a field that's growing and everybody's moving towards tech, which we're already here. I even look at remote jobs like that I can do in other countries. I've even thought about that maybe in the next 15 years, once I get my feet super wet in the game, then I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Sorry I've been gone. I'm gonna keep it going. Peace.